Yeah, so I'll do like a slow run where I try to explain how I'm thinking about things during the run. So here I see that the start is terrible. This room below me is on the main path and it always goes sideways. So you have to go right or left of it. And since the start goes to the right, it means the route will loop around. I will approach this from the left and have to go left. And I also know this is where I go down. Because this is like the top left room, this is the next one, this is another one, and then there's one more to the right. So if this was an ASO run or something, I would bomb here right away. But let's just go through the main path. Now here, I can already see I will end up on this room. And I'm not sure if it'll go down or more to the right. And here I can see that the left room is a dead end. This is one of those rooms with one ladder. And here you can try to whip this. Actually, you can just run and back whip it here. Because there's a 4 tile gap, you can do it. And then you're at the exit. Hey Dev, I'm doing a sort of tutorial run or something. So here there's not much. Both left and right are side bathrooms, so the shop cannot be here. Sometimes it can be. Like sometimes it can be here, if this was a main bathroom. But these are both side bathrooms, so it can't be. So here I would just go down. And around here I would see the room on the right is again that room with 2 ladders. This is always pretty much the same. There can be like arrow traps here, but this is always generated the same way. One thing about skeletons is you can tell if they're alive just by looking at them, but that's a really specific skill that you don't need to worry about. I think when they're alive, the skull is like 1 pixel closer to the body. I don't think I can set it up here, but I'll point it out soon. So that one is dead, I can just run through it. And this room, when there's this sort of generation, it can vary a little bit, but if there's something here, then I think there's always some sort of terrain. It can vary where it is, but you can often do a blind drop. Not every time though. Here the main path is gonna continue to the left, I think. Yeah. So the exit is somewhere on the left. Nice, Simon. Okay, so here of course you go left. You need to stop and do it, you know, either just a rope or jump and whip the arrow. And here the path is gonna... Actually, I'm not sure. It might go left or down. I think it goes left. No, that's an idol. Okay. I would drop somewhere here and then evaluate it again. Do that. Like here, when I grab the ledge and start pressing down, you might see at the bottom there's terrain. It might look like this. You don't really use the look down at all. So you land here, and here you can see that the exit is gonna be on the left. It's a chimney exit. That's what it's called. There's basically two types of exits in the mines. One of them is the pyramid exit and the other is chimney. So in ASO I might even... well, I probably wouldn't recognize it so fast. I'll just go here. Whip to avoid ledge grabs as usual. And jump here. So then, normally you use a rope here. You can also do all kinds of two-tile whips here, like this. It's not as easy as I just made it look. Sometimes it doesn't work. But it's good to know that you can do that. And these two-tile arrow whips are actually different if it's a mirrored case. So if the arrow trap was on the left, and I was whipping it, like here, it's easier to whip from this side. So like imagine an arrow trap here somewhere. They are a little bit easier. I can show them later. Okay, so here you go down. And I think on the right there's going to be a ladder. Yeah, that's not very relevant, but it's good to recognize these rooms too. These rooms always have something in the middle here. You can even have like a square, and inside the square there can be a crate or something. But yeah, you go down, ready to go to the ledge grab. I see on the right there's going to be a room with two ladders. That's a side path room. They sometimes have a path going down. Now this one almost does. Like it has this gap here, but the room below will not let you go through. So sometimes you can use those as a shortcut. Like here it would be nice if you could go down, because the main path is there. Like when I land here, I can see the room below is very likely to be on the main path, which means, especially if I land here, I can see it. So you could use a bomb here to speed up. In low percent you usually don't want to use bombs like that, but it's a good thing to know, to keep in mind. Here you can pretty much safely drop down. Like even here it's not fall damage. And here, even just seeing this ladder, a little bit of it, I think it's the one with two ladders, and the exit is below me, in here. Yeah. So with knowledge from before, when I was up there, on the room above, I knew the path was gonna go all the way here. So if I had that in mind, I could use a bomb right here to skip a lot of the level. The spider eye whip here, I could also run under and jump whip. You can make that. There's a couple frames at least to do it. Sometimes you want to avoid these cobwebs and take the upper route. Yes, taking the damage there was RNG manipulation. So jungle, clearly you have to go left first, and then it'll go here. And I think it goes to the right because there's like a lot of room here, a lot of space. That skeleton is dead. Just swagging it up. You don't need to trigger these. It's pretty safe to do that. You can only mess it up if you jump for too high. So do like a medium height jump or something. Here, anytime I grab like... No, this is like the floor of this sub-room. And this is one tile above. anytime I grab here I look down because it's really risky to drop down. If I was here I might do a blind drop sometimes. And here you can see the exit below, so using a bomb makes a lot of sense. I'm just gonna go here anyway. That guy is dead. I think that one is alive. Nope, I'm wrong. It's a bit hard to tell because of the foreground thing here. Okay, so idle room below me, it's always away from the path, and this room is also not on the main path. Let's see. The first room ends here. This is where the second one starts. There's usually like spikes below these trees. Let's see if this one has spikes. Yeah, there's one set of spikes. These vine rooms, usually you want to jump to the middle one and then over. But these, sometimes these have 6 vines, and then this middle part has like 2 vines. So it's very similar then. But sometimes there's only 4 vines. And I think when that's the case, like this middle one is missing, but then these 2 move to the middle one tile. And these move to the middle. Or maybe it's just these ones. But then you can usually do a long jump to this one. If it's a short vine, then it's still possible to do, but it's risky. So here, if you remember what you saw at the start, you'll know that you'll go straight down from this room here. Because this one will not lead down. Here it goes to the right. The left is another side bathroom. And here you might see the flicker of the shop on the bottom left. And at least if you land here, you'll probably see the shop. It always has this sort of roof. You can see the lantern and stuff. And the exit is always elevated 2 tiles in the jungle, so you can do a sort of blind trap. Here, the main path goes down and left, but you can see this shortcut on the left. This is a side path room, but they sometimes have a way down. And here I can see this room on the left is blocked off. It's side room, so it keeps going down. So here I would usually grab this ledge and immediately drop down and to the right. Because on the right there's always, pretty much always, there's at least one tile. Like, this, is it a column? Yeah, the column that I'm standing on is the first one that belongs to this room. So there should be at least this tile straight below that you can grab onto. So that's very often a safe drop. And here you could do like a similar thing. Run left and grab the ledge and drop to the left without looking down. There can of course be like man traps here and enemies to screw you over, but at least there's terrain. So here, if you land around here, you can see this big open area on the left, which should be the exit. And once you're here, you'll see this triangle room. This is always a side path room. It's sometimes useful, because it often has a way down, but it's a bit risky to just go for it all the time. Spikes. I don't think this type of open room can have spikes. here. Some rooms can. I kinda took my time. I could just have gone fast and like done this, or just jump over the guy. And I guess we are not going to the black market. Didn't find one here. So this goes straight down. Once I land here, and by the way, I want to go to the right because it's closer to the center of the level. So you could go left too, but the right is often better. You'll get to see a little bit more of the level. So once I land here, I'll probably see a little bit of like what's on the right, and be able to quickly say where to go. But it goes right. Now the tree is gonna be a bit slow. So on the way to the tree I saw the vault on the left, and then the room to the right of it, below me right now, is also a side path room. It's the same tree room I was talking about before. There's probably spikes below the tree. So now I'm gonna just run here, and probably know a lot more about the room down right of here by the time I get there. Okay, so I already know a lot about the room. This room is very common, and like whenever you have this very open room with like some terrain here, it can vary how long this platform is. Again, there's always like this tile straight below, and then there's this tile straight below. So you can run off here to the right without looking down. Now, obviously enemies, like I said, they can screw with you, but there is that tile at least that you can land on. And that wasn't all that bad because I dropped straight to the exit, but yeah. For ice caves there's not a lot of like following the main path. It's such an open area. Like here, there's a lot of tricks for like individual rooms, like the one below me, the right side here. There are gonna be a lot of ledges. So what I'm gonna do is grab this ledge, then drop down and whip to avoid a lot of the ledge grabs. And I might not even grab this ledge, I might just, you know, run here, turn around, and then whip. And usually you wanna land here. This is the bottom of this room. And here, there's a similar situation on the right with a lot of ledges, so I would probably drop to the right and look down. Because this room here, I could have dropped here, but this is 3 tiles above like the bottom of this room, and you wanna grab the ledges as low as possible, ideally on this level, but there's no terrain here. Because usually when you are here and look down, it's gonna be a fall damage drop. So I wanted to go here. I could jump on the Yeti and go straight to the exit. Here, since I'm at the very left, I'm not actually sure what I would do. I might just go to the right, above these 2 things. Going to the left is fine too. There's gonna be like some terrain right below, 2 tiles below these ones. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, I mixed that up with another room. There could be terrain. Anyway, going to the right is the safer option because you kinda wanna go down through the middle of the level. So like these 2 rooms are in the middle. And again, I would... Like, I want to drop here. Now I can see the Moai, so it helps a lot, but... Let me just deal with this. So here's the room on the left. This is the one I first talked about. It's a bit different because last time you were able to drop from here. Now this room is connected with another one. But like here, there's one more ledge off screen here. It is on the left side of the level, but I still feel tempted to go for it. In an actual run I might be like more focused on being on the center of the level, and like when I run off here I might go on this ledge automatically, and sometimes you even use a rope right away. So yeah, actually in a run I would probably go here, but there is the ledge on the left if you want, and then I might jump to the right here because this ledge is perfect for looking down. And now you can see the exit on the right. You can see it here too. So actually if I went left instead, I would need to use a rope if I dropped here. Then you can do that and that. Wet fur is usually slow, but it's a little bit easier to read because it's a lot like the mines levels. A lot of the rooms are the same. One thing is when you have this ice formation straight below the start, then the Yeti King is going to spawn in the room below. So usually if you have like a mine somewhere here, anywhere here, you want to pick up the mine and throw it down. And the wet fur levels have a lot of these spike rooms with melting ice platforms. They are always side bathrooms. So I really wish I had like a mine here. But if you don't, then you can look down and try to time it so you don't get stunned. You don't get stunned if you're straight above him. I don't actually know how it works, but if you're a couple times to the side and he roars at you, then you get stunned. So here I would time it like so. Now this is a side bathroom, but I kinda had to go here. Actually, yeah. So the Yeti King room was a main path, and then it goes left from there. But there was the shortcut. And here you can see the exit on the right. This is again the chimney exit from the mines. Well, now it's hard to recognize. But yeah. Gonna have to use a rope. I think there's a lot fewer rooms than you might think. I don't know what the amount is though. So for 3-4, it's good to know that there's the mothership on one side of the level. Since we spawned on the left next to the wall, it had to be on the right. Usually, let's say you spawned here at the start, it helps if you like start going down and notice the mothership, so you know where the sides of the level are. But anyway, I was here. So this room, maybe you saw it already, but there's always a falling platform on the right. And you can also go down like here, there's ledges to grab. This one just blew up because I whipped the UFO, but there's usually terrain here. So you could drop here, or go to the right and use the falling platform. Now this looks really bad, like if I go down now and the exit is not there, then I have to use a rope or something. I might be able to make this jump to the right, but it's kinda risky. There could be something on the right that's gonna block you anyway. I would probably go up and go here instead. And falling platforms, some people use them a lot, some don't. I use them a lot and I try to write them down as far as I can. If you land on a mine or a UFO, you need to react really fast and jump, otherwise the mine will blow up and you will die with it. And with these it's important to know how high in the level you are. I'm starting on the second level, or the second layer of this level. So I wanna go around here. I will jump, because if I jump here, then I can have some time to react and look at where I wanna go. And not take fall damage. So in low percent you can take the mine to the temple and use it there. So the temple is really hard to read at the start. It's hard to know, like, often you'll end up using a bomb, try to do a shortcut, and it ends up into a dead end. Here I can pretty confidently say you should go left, and this corridor will go down. There is a chance there's an arrow trap on the left. There could be one right here. If I didn't have the mine, I would whip around here. Like I would jump here and whip, because I do that stuff. Here, this room looks to me like a main path room. And I see that lava pit is 5 tiles. The 5 tile jump, which you can make pretty easily. If it was 6 tiles, you might want to use a rope here, or use the mine somewhere in the start. Look out for spawning magma men, they might jump at you. Here, I'm gonna pause because the magma men will mess with me. It goes down and then left, because the left is a very open area. I'll just grab the ledge and look down. So this is I just got hit. This is a situation where you can't really play safe. Because like all these magma men, sometimes you get hit. I think the exit is straight below me. And here I would see it more clearly. So this one goes down and then down again, because this room is a side path room. I'd go here, and then I probably wouldn't see that the arrow trap has gone up, so I would do this and pick up the mine. Then this is a little bit tricky because you can lure the thwomp, as we call them. You can do it twice. A bit slow. Then go here, and it will go down again. Did not want to trigger that guy. Oh, okay. I picked up the arrow instead. Felt like I need to go fast because the Fragman was above. So that's how you get to 4-3. Yeah, that was kind of strange. Usually you pick up the mine there. I guess I'll do a little bit more of Temple. So prayers to Kali, they are good levels. Here I can't really explain how I know it, but even without all this sparkles here, I would know from the start that it's a lava pit. I think it's because there's this thin wall and it's an open area. And lava pits always have these tiles on the left and right. This one also has a tiki trap. You can actually do like a blind drop to either side. But normally I would still do like this. And then drop down. Anubis, I'm just gonna go past him. That was kinda sketchy. Usually you can like run towards him and kinda slowly force him away from you. Or just take the damage and run through him. So the exit is on the right because there's this floor missing. That's pretty much always a sign that the exit is there. In the temple. Here it goes down, and then might go right, might go left, I'm not sure. Usually these thin walls have one tile that goes to the left or right at the bottom. I haven't figured out exactly how to tell which way it goes. Here it goes left. So sometimes you can make the blind drop there. Here I'm not... Well, okay, this room is main path, so it goes down and then left again. This always goes sideways, like you can't go down from here. It's possible I will see the exit and decide to bomb down. Like, there's the exit. Deathlunk it is, but it's a very... Like, you'll be able to tell it's a side bathroom. It's very full of, like, terrain. I'll try to point it out. Here the main path definitely goes down. There's so much open area. When I say definitely, maybe it's not definitely, but it's so likely. So I would bomb here right away. And here you could do many things. Usually you would use a rope, but you could also drop here and use a rock. You can also whip these arrow traps. Even standing like right here, you can walk off and whip it. If you're good at it, it works about half the time. Now here on the way here, I would see the room on the left. And I would remember that it's the side of the level, so you need to go right. It's kinda hard because of all the enemies that catch up to you. Now if the mummy was still on the left, I could... Well, I would trigger this swamp from here or here. I can do it here and then quickly run. Like so. Now I could like use that swamp to just climb up quickly. So for Olmec now I have 3 bombs. There's a cool bomb throw you can do at the start. You just hold up, and as soon as you can, you throw the bomb. And then you run to the right. Bye, Golem. So you throw, small delay and then run to the right. You get an extra layer that way. And these 2 bombs you can use anywhere you want, really. It's faster to use them at the end. I couldn't grab the rope properly. Not sure why it happens sometimes. But at least I killed Olmec. I'll try to show the room that Daft was asking about. Or the one that I mentioned. It's actually this room. This room can be on the bottom, and then this terrain is missing. And then you'll see the floor under it. I might try one more Olmec and then call it a stream. These 3 rooms in the temple are always away from the path. That's alive, so I whipped it. This whip, like I could drop down and go, like whip in the air and then move to the left and get this arrow pretty easily. But because it's a tiki trap, then something bad might happen over here. So I might like drop here to look at the situation a bit more and then do this. And because this altar is here, you know that you'll not go there. And if you are keeping track, you would know that the exit is here. Here, this room looks a lot like a main bathroom to me. And this also looks like one, so I would bomb here. Oh, one thing by the way, because I visited Olmec, the cutscene at the start causes a little bit of a glitch. So now when I look down, it might be hard to notice, but the camera moves slower once it starts moving. So whenever we do speedruns and we get to Olmec, we reset the game after it. Like close the game and start again, because this camera movement will slightly make your run slightly slower. It might be hard to tell now, but I might show it soon. Like I'll reset the game and show it, maybe you'll notice it. Now here, if I see this formation in time, I might whip again when I run here, because there could be an arrow trap. And then the exit is safe to drop down to, unless if there's like a swamp here. But that's rare, so I would just go here. Now I'll try to do some typical 4-bomb Olmec. Or maybe I should do a safe strat. Because the 4-bomb safe strat is good for starting out. You make Olmec stomp twice, and then lure him all the way. Oh, I have 3 bombs. So it's not gonna work then. Let me see if there's some. Sketchy. Okay. Let's pretend I have 4 bombs. So when you make him stomp twice, you can place bombs between tiles. You can actually do like a moonwalk against this wall, and then hold down and press the place the bomb. then it'll go perfectly. If you have 5 bombs or 4 bombs and a landmine, you don't need to make Olmec stump here at all. Now you can use the rope first, and then do the last bomb. And he will crush those 2 on the way down. Almost always. You do need to make him stomp. This is actually kind of close. Yeah, that's kind of funny that it happened, and maybe it's good. So there, if I wanted to, I could have made Olmec stomp, like, when he was approaching me I could jump here, make him stomp. So he would be somewhere around here, and then teeter on the edge. And once he targets you, you can move away and then he will die. But right now he's stuck. If you have a bomb left at this point, you can try to place a bomb on one side. Usually it requires 2 bombs. But I think that's all for now. Alright, so let me show the slow look thing. I'll just show the camera movement once again. Like, this is the speed it moves at now. Thanks for the bits, man. So I restart the game, you get to see the Celeste background image for a while. Then I go here, and it moves faster again. You can see the difference better if I do this. That's how fast you can go up and down with the camera. So having the camera speed faster helps mostly in the ice caves when you use the falling platforms. Because you need all the time you can get to react to mines and stuff. Like these. With fur. Oh, in the ice caves, by the way, you can use these idler rooms, because first of all, grabbing the side of it will not make the platform disappear, and there's always this 2-tile spike platform below, so you can like do this drop instantly. These ice rooms are actually interesting. There's always a gap on one side, then the opposite side will have a gap at the bottom. And when it's this way, you can do a blind trap here, and you'll grab the ledge. But if there's a gap here, and one here, and you see this tile is missing right here, you would fall here and not grab anything. So this only works on one side. I could probably ramble on about small details like that forever, so I think it's best to stop here after showing almost a full run. And you'll figure out a lot of this stuff on your own when you pay attention. Maybe, Simon. I might do... One thing that's kind of missing is low percent hell, the black market robberies. There's not exactly tutorials for it. Oh, nice, Crunchy, you were just talking about it. Yeah, so that's a sort of a major thing that's missing, I guess. Because there's a lot of not a lot. There's good videos for Olmec and Yama fights, all the fast strats. I'm not gonna talk about the teleporter now. Getting tired of talking. So no, I have to show one thing if I can do it here. If there's a damsel. Nice. Now this won't work too well without a jetpack, but this is an important trick to know. On the right side of the worm level, there's actually a big open area. It's like the level is actually bigger than you get to see. So here, this wall on the right is 3 tiles, and the teleporter always goes 4 or more tiles. So you can teleport to the right. Now, because I don't have a jetpack, I'm gonna fall all the way down and die when I land. Because you actually die from like massive falls. But you can go here. And I decided to teleport back. I tried to just stay alive. But if you have a jetpack, you can teleport down 7 or 8 times and then use the jetpack so you don't fall, take fall damage. And it's a fast way to go through the whole worm.